What if I told you humanity's greatest obsession isn't gold, power, or even love, but time? Time is invisible. You can't hold it, stop it, or even slow it down, yet it shapes every single part of our lives. From ancient sundials to the wristwatches we wear today, humans have always been obsessed with one thing: measuring the unmeasurable. But why? Why do we need to see time, count it, track it? In this video, we'll explore the history of timekeeping, the psychology behind our obsession, and what watches reveal about our relationship with time itself. From sundials to wristwatches. Long before clocks, humans looked to the skies. The rising sun, the changing moon, the turning seasons. These were our first calendars. When the sky wasn't enough, we built our own tools to carve time into pieces. Over 3,500 years ago, the Egyptians raised sundials to mark the hours. In Babylon and China, water clocks dripped time away with remarkable precision. Measuring time wasn't just curiosity, it was about order, control, and power. As civilizations grew, time became a way to regulate people. In medieval towns, church bells didn't just call for prayer, they told people when to wake, when to work, and when to rest. By the Industrial Revolution, time was money. Factory whistles dictated workers' lives, and strict schedules ruled the day. Before railroads, every town had its own local time. Noon was whenever the sun was highest, but trains needed coordination. The result was standardized time zones. Suddenly, time wasn't just personal, it was global. And then came the pocket watch. For centuries, time had belonged to towns, churches, and rulers. With the pocket watch, for the first time, time belonged to you. Pocket watches weren't just ornaments, they were marvels of precision. From Breguet's legendary Marie Antoinette, to the rugged railroad watches of Waltham and Elgin, to Patek Philippe's keyless, winding designs, they defined accuracy, status, and progress. But war would change everything. In the trenches of World War I, soldiers couldn't fumble with pocket watches. They strapped them to their wrists instead. Trench watches, with wire lugs, radium dials, and shatterproof glass, became essential tools of survival. Even before the war, Cartier's Santos had proven wristwatches could work for aviators. After the war, wristwatches spread rapidly. By the 1920s, wristwatches weren't just for soldiers anymore. They had become essential for musicians, businessmen, and explorers alike. Brands pushed the limits of what a watch could be. Rolex introduced the waterproof Oyster, built for everyday resilience, while Omega later created the Speedmaster, a tool so reliable it earned its place on the moon. Time was no longer dictated by bells or whistles. It was something you carried with you, something you owned. The psychology of time. But why are we so obsessed with measuring time in the first place? Psychologists point to three powerful reasons. First, control. Time is slippery and abstract. But when we measure it, when we see the ticking of a second hand, it feels like we've tamed chaos. Second, mortality. Every tick reminds us that time is running out. Measuring time is tied to our awareness of death, that our minutes are limited. Third, anxiety. Modern life creates what's called time anxiety, the feeling that there's never enough of it. Watches feed that anxiety by showing every passing second, but they also calm it by reassuring us we know exactly where we stand. And there's one more layer: identity. The watch you wear reflects your relationship with time. A rugged field watch says discipline. A sleek dress watch says elegance. A smartwatch says efficiency. A vintage mechanical says tradition. Every choice is psychological. It's not just about telling the time, it's about telling the world how you live it. The age of data and smart time. Fast forward to today, and we live in the most time-obsessed era in history. Your phone is more accurate than the finest Swiss watch. Smartwatches go further, tracking your steps, your sleep, and even your heartbeats. Time has become data, measured, analysed, optimised. In the attention economy, every spare second is monetised. Every click, every scroll, every view, broken into units of time. And yet, despite all this, wristwatches remain powerful symbols. A luxury mechanical watch won't make you more punctual, but it connects you to centuries of craftsmanship. It reminds you that time isn't just about productivity, it's about presence. In the end, our obsession with time says less about the seconds we count, and more about the meaning we give them. Conclusion: why time still defines us. Humans have always been obsessed with time. We've built monuments to track it, machines to measure it, and entire societies around it. Watches are just one expression of that obsession, but perhaps the most personal. So the next time you glance at your wrist, remember, you're not just checking the time. You're looking at humanity's greatest attempt to make sense of the infinite. So tell me, do you wear a watch to stay on schedule or to appreciate time itself? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the psychology of time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more watch stories.